Okay, transom rotten on this Zodiac boat, which I've done a quick vid on. Right, so plan of attack is I've got to remove all the hardware. So this, the transom plate, the transom support bracket, I presume, the drain plugs, and then from this side, let's have a quick look. So the drain plug there, I'm not too sure what these are for. It looks like they're for straps for the fuel tank, I think. I'm not too sure. So all this backing plate, the plate there, that doesn't matter about the sticker. And then, so I've ordered a transom. You don't order the transom, you order the wood. This is 25mm marine ply. I thought I'd get away with ordinary ply, which you can. I did ask about, and they said yeah, but I wouldn't advise it because marine ply is treated and it's a bit more waterproof. So unless you want to do it again, she said, it's up to you. So I've ordered that. That was 49 quid off eBay for a 1 meter by, well, let's say yeah, 1 meter by 18 inches. I'm going to say at 2 foot. So that's £49. So that was it. We've got to take off the drain plug. That's got to come off and all that. And then I've got to go, I'm going to town tomorrow. I've ordered the glue, which is £29 for the glue, the kit, and that comes everything with it. And now I want a parting knife or something to separate this. I've got an air gun, a hot heat gun. So you don't want it too mad, but you want a heat gun to heat up the glue. So you can pull this away, as you can see, because you've got to clean all that off afterwards. All that's got to come off, all of it. It's got to be immaculate. So you've got to separate all these from the tubes. You can leave the tubes inflated for now, and then once you separate it, deflate the tubes, and then we've got to clean it all. Oh, big job. But I'm going to bring you along with me, and if you're interested, you can stay with me, and if you're not, you can always skip or switch it off. So this is what we're up to at the moment. We're going to start taking off the hardware, and well, that's what we're up to. Take the hardware off to start with. So got to get this bracket off first. I'm going to use, make sure you use the right, that's the one, screwdriver bit, because I don't want to knack, well, it doesn't matter if I knack it out, does it? Because it's already knackered. Oh, that was not. Stainless steel screws as well. Be glued, but it wasn't. There we go. First piece. I have to prise that off afterwards. What's this held on with now? No, that's not good. If you don't get the right size stainless steel, it does knacker it a bit. Right. Okay, I'm going to try something. I'm just going to keep trying because the stainless steel, then they're very, even though they're stainless steel, you thought they'd be tough, but they're not. They do round off very easy. Can you see that? Yeah. Just anyway, right. Okay, bit of a pain in the bum, but that one's off. I probably lost about 3 or 4 of the screws, so the heads are just gone, but that's no problem, I'll just replace them. Yeah. It's a bit easier, that one. Okay, all the hardware is gone. Everything off apart from the plates. That's all I've got to do is remove the plates. That's easy enough. And then we start delaminating the transom. That's scary for me as well, so that'll be a job tomorrow, but this will be carrying on as a complete video. All the bits came today that I need apart from the transom, but that's okay because we've got the gold one off first anyway. So I've started just to make sure I'm going to look a total plonker. So you need the heat gun definitely, and then what we're going to do, we're peeling this back. As you can see, I've started. Now here where it's rotten, that's not too bad, that's going to take some cleaning off. But when I've heated it up along here, very gently, and it's starting to come back quite nicely with a bit of heat. I'm just going underneath the transom now a little bit. It's a 25mm transom, I don't know if I mentioned that, so that's a big one. Yeah, so all I'm doing is heating it up. I mean, I can take it along with me, I'll show you in the next corner. This is I might have to separate this part here as well, I don't know, because we've got to get to the bottom here. Oh, that's it. Is it fixed? Yes, it is. We've got to get all this off. Has got to come. All that's got to come off. Not from the boat. Well, if we have to, we have to. But I'd mask that and then re-glue it. But if I don't have to, we'll see what happens. I don't know how far the transom goes up into the, it's like a holder, but we'll see. And that's where we're up to now. I'm just going to start in this corner over here. I'll get the tripod out later and show you how I'm getting on, and then we'll start on the inside. Yeah, well, it's definitely interesting. Take your time and it can be done. I don't really want to rip it, but you do get spare patches. They send you a spare patch because they say when you take it off you might rip the bottom, which I didn't think that, and I went, oh yeah, but they sent the wrong colour. I'm not bothered, it's black, it doesn't bother me. But we got the full kit anyway. I ordered the kit, so altogether it's about £100. That's for the transom. It's probably just a little bit more because I had to buy the tools. Let me show you the tools that I'm using. So I bought this from a place called Wix's. It's in the UK. It's just a flat trowel and it's blunt, and that's what you wanted. And then the other one was from a place called Tool Station, which is like a lever bar. I haven't bothered with that end because I don't need that end. This end I was using, and I've just, it wasn't sharp, but there was some burrs on it, and I filed the burrs off to make it nice and blunt-ish. I don't want it sharp. I don't want it going through and puncturing. That's not me, by the way. Alright, so I'll crack on and I'll catch you in a bit. See now. So if you look now, you see, I've pulled out some of the transom, which is really rotten. You can see that it's fixed at the base there. Okay, so this has all got to be clean. It's all got to be like delaminated and all the old glue come off. Can do that. So, but doing it this way, I get to see what's in here and how far it goes back. And that's the general idea. So I know what I'm looking for. Because also I'm doing this as a total novice. And that's it really. I'll keep taking you as long as I find stuff. I'm upside down. Cut away and separate the other side. And what I've come across is this thing. It, as far as I can make out, it's plastic. Let me get this aside, get a better view. You see, and it looks like the wood actually goes in between each one of these. You see that? And we're going to separate. This is weird. It's actually weird because it looks like it's inserted in the wood, but is it? I don't know. This is a thing, I'm not too sure what I'm doing here. So I'll keep you posted. Quick update, I haven't got a bloody clue. I mean, you know, do I separate that? And someone says you do, but this is plastic as well. Or do I take the whole thing off? All that. A bit spooky, but I can do it. Okay. So I've just sent an email to the company saying what this is and I knew I'd get it. I knew I'd fear the worst. Anyway, and what they said is it seems like it's a moulding that was actually inserted into the wood before it went into the transom. And he said the only way you're going to get that out maybe is with an oscillating tool. And I'm thinking, oh my giddy god. He said the only other alternative you might have is to remove and buy new mouldings. So I don't know what to do. I'm going to have a look at this. I'm going to take this back a bit further, and I think the mouldings stop there, and then this takes over and it's waterproof. So it might be a new moulding, and it might be the easiest way to do it, to be honest with you. It's only glued on, so you have to heat that up and get that off. Then we clean it, and then I can make a full transom then. Oh my bloody god. Giddy odd, oh my giddy odd. Anyway, there we go. So, look at it, it's rotten as a pear. Anyway, so there we go. That's where we're up to so far. This might be just part 1, and part 2 will have to follow, I think. I'm going to have to take all this back, ain't I? Anyway. Okay, so if anybody else is interested, this is a piece of hard plastic. It is inserted into the wood before the wood is put into the transom. I've started cleaning it back a bit, so I might get away with it. I'll just take my time. There we go. All right. Okay, so if I cock up, this is my fault. Now I've heated this up. They said to me, the boat company said, you need to heat this up to get it really hot, to get it removed. I've got a gun which I set on 600 degrees. You can see here it started to smoke, and I got it really hot, and I kept it on there. I tried to keep it away as best I could. This is about the 5th attempt. I tried to get this hot enough to remove it, and it still won't budge. So I'm not too sure what I'm doing right now. So I've just got my son's multi-tool, and I've just worked my way around here, and I've started to clear it away, and it's doing quite a good job. So I'm going to stick. We've got to be very careful that I don't go through and puncture the rib on the inside. So, but I need to know what's beyond this and how deep this goes. So I've gone to about here, maybe just a bit. I've gone a bit further than that actually. You can see. So I need to get this side out. Now, whether I'm thinking of cutting this down and get this out, and then we can have a really good look at it. The alternative is, once I've got this off, I've got some new transom holders coming. Leaving these on here, sand them down the best I can, okay, because I cannot get them off. I've tried everything, and just sand them down nice and flat, treat them, glue them, and put the new ones coming over the top. That's all I can think I can do, because I don't want to damage this, and these are stuck so hard. I'm sure I can just, you know, trim this back. Not with that, I don't mean trim this back. Leave this on there and put the new one over the top. That's all I can think of, because I'm not going to wreck this. I mean, as long as it's watertight, I don't care what it looks like. But there you go. So that's where we're up to right now. So if anybody's got any thoughts, this is it. This is what the trouble is. I rung the rib company up that I got the stuff from, and they said that they said this has been inserted into the wood, and then the wood has been inserted into the transom mounts and then glued. And he goes, good luck. He said, you could use a multi-tool, but be careful. And he goes, I guarantee that you'll probably ruin it, and you might have to replace these. So I'm going to leave this on here. I'm going to trim this right back as best I can, okay, and then we'll go from there. So I'll keep you posted. So they did advise I could use, it looks a bit messy, but I can clean that up. But look, at least I can see now. So look what happened. They've actually inserted, look at that. It's actually embedded into the wood. Oops. Look at that. Bloody hell. So I've got to keep this now so we can do a template. Right, we're getting there anyway. So it looks like it's been routed by the look of it, and then I can't see how they've done it, unless they've just drilled the holes and this has gone together and they've glued it, but I can't see any joins. Anyway, if it's any consolation, you can do it using a multi-tool, but be so careful, because you're very close to the tubes now. Alright, so I'm going to have to clean all this up with a Dremel, make sure it's really clean, and then maybe I'll have to put, I don't know, there's extra glue or whatever I can use. But yeah, or I cut these off completely level and then put the other ones, or I cut these off completely, this off nice and level, and then put the other ones over the top. We will see when they come. Hey, so now I've got to put this back together again, to make sure I can build the transom. Just like magic, it's out. This one's easier because you can see what you're dealing with the first one. So I've gone really close with the multi-tool and left some of the old plastic on, which is great because now I can clean all it off and get it all cleaned off. Gonna get this right back, that side right back. Same with this side. But oh god, that's looking, you know, I've got a bit of a tear there, but I'll repair that, and one there. And if I have to, I can use the old one, I'm thinking now, maybe, and put a rubber on the inside here and stick that again to the transom. So it'll be double, whatever. Because that's all the floor is. The floor is just stuck to the transom via glue, and this is just thin stuff, look. And I've got some of that spare. Alright, that's where we're up to so far.